Welcome back. A murder that many called an attack on the American justice system. But after 20 years, the death of a prominent prosecutor in Seattle remains a mystery. Thomas Wales was shot and killed after someone crept into his backyard of his family's home and opened fire. Authorities have yet to crack this case. There have been several theories behind Wales' death over the years, given the fact that he spent 18 years fighting white-collar crime. But now a $2.5 million reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of those responsible is being offered. David Payne has followed this case over the years, and he's the host, writer, and executive producer of the podcast Somebody Somewhere, and he is joining us live tonight. David, appreciate your time. I, as you, have been following this case, having spent a lot of years in Seattle, and there has always been a reward, now at $2.5 million. This is a pretty hefty chunk of change. Why now, and do you think it'll lead to some answers?
Well, it's a really remarkable reward, Marnie. I don't think I've ever heard of a case that has this amount of money at stake. It reflects the priority that this case has been given by the Justice Department, that they want this solved. Because if Tom Wales was in fact killed in the line of duty, he is really the only federal prosecutor. There may be one other who may have been killed in the line of duty. So you can see that reflected in the reward. But it is a truly remarkable mystery as to what happened to Tom Wales. He was a beloved father. He was a very active person in his community in Seattle. I know you know about that. He was active in gun control. And as you mentioned, he was a prosecutor. And the facts around what happened to him the night he was killed are pretty simple. Somebody, as you said, went into his backyard. They crept and were able to avoid the security lights, and they shot him through his window. He had a daylight basement window for his office, and he was sitting there doing email. They fired off 6 rounds, 2 of which hit him and that were fatal.
David, you and others have talked about this pilot who was the focus of the investigation really from the start of Thomas's death. What was the connection with this pilot, and why did it continue to lead to dead ends in the case?
Well, it's interesting. This case has generated 3 times the amount of documents as the Enron investigation, if you can believe it, based on that simple fact pattern I gave you. And the reason for that is that there are so many different avenues to explore. There was very little evidence left at the scene. There were some shell casings that were left there. So investigators were really left with this question of who would want to kill Wales, because they didn't have evidence that pointed them in the direction of who killed Tom Wales. So that led them down a path of investigating the cases that Tom Wales was prosecuting. One of those cases was of a pilot. Actually, he was a commercial pilot. He eventually flew for American Airlines as a first-chair pilot for many, many years. But at this time, he was not working for American Airlines. And the thought or the theory that the FBI had and really holds to this day is that the pilot orchestrated the killing of Tom Wales because he was mad at him, essentially, for prosecuting him in this very random case.
Now, David, you've been following this closer than many, and I understand you have some new information tonight, potentially some new evidence or theories that could lead at least us down a place where we can piece together a little bit more of what happened. What can you share?
Well, I don't know that I'm going to take credit for this. There's been some recent reporting from the Seattle Times based on federal sources just this past week that the FBI has a new theory about how this pilot orchestrated the murder. You see, the problem with the pilot being the suspect has always been that he has a pretty firm alibi. There are phone calls that were placed to or from his home at the time of the murder. And so while the FBI has been focused on this pilot who Tom Wales had prosecuted and they had gotten into some bad blood, the problem is that this pilot has had this alibi. So the new information that was released this week by the FBI through leaks to the Seattle Times was that this pilot was somehow working for the Mexican drug cartel, and the pilot asked the cartel to get somebody to kill Tom Wales. Wow. That's brand new. We've never heard that theory before. I'm not sure about the coherence of all of that, quite frankly. But that was the news that was released this week in the 20th anniversary week of Tom's death.
20 years since he was killed, and whoever is responsible or who knows something is still out there. David Payne, we appreciate you joining us. Let's hope the $2.5 million gets some justice for Thomas and his family in this case. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Marnie.